Chapter 1: The Great Collapse. New Year's Eve of the new paper cycle was eerily quiet. It was a silence so profound it felt almost brittle. The air carried the distinctive dry fragrance of ancient time paper. From the peak of the Kronos lighthouse, Chrono City sprawled below like a shimmering origami masterpiece. Atop that towering peak, Cool Cat held his breath. His jade-green fur seemed to glow faintly in the night. He was trembling, not from cold but from sheer concentration. In his small hands, he clutched the final crystal shard, the crucial piece needed to complete the foundation heart and usher in a new millennium. "Steady yourself, Cool Cat," the voice dry and sharp as a perfect crease rang out from the archivist, an ancient, intricate origami scroll bound tightly to his hip. "Just one fluctuation of your raw creative charge and the 0.01-degree precision will be lost. You'll shatter the crystal before it can even activate." Cool Cat muttered, struggling to steady his hands. "You talk too much. I'm trying." The raw creative charge within him was always like this. It was a rare gift, yet also a curse. It yearned to burst free, to create in wild, chaotic surges, rather than submit to the archivist's meticulous rules. He took a deep breath, preparing to slot the crystal shard into place, and then the air thickened. All sound in Chrono City vanished, as if swallowed by a terrifying void. A sensation of absolute brittleness washed over the world, as if every sheet of time paper was about to wither, age, and crumble to dust. "Warning!" the archivist cried, his coils constricting reflexively. "A foundation breach!" The sky, a sheet of flawless blue, was torn asunder. A pitch-black foundation rift gaped open, and from its depths the shredder emerged. He was no creature folded into existence. He was a chaotic vortex of paper scraps, pulp, and invisible blades roaring with the sound of a million sheets being shredded at once. "Creation is a lie. You seek to forge order from chaos, but all things must return to primordial pulp. I have come to liberate you." Paying no heed to Cool Cat, the shredder surged toward the glowing foundation heart, exposed and vulnerable. He lashed out with a jagged limb of scrap and ripped it asunder. Crack! The foundation heart shattered into 10 brilliant power shards. "No!" the archivist roared. In a desperate, courageous act, the scroll uncoiled from Cool Cat's hip, launching himself toward the exploding fragments, trying to save what remained. The shredder snarled. He snatched 9 of the power shards, sucking them into his chaotic vortex of scrap. "I shall imprison them in 9 dead zones where creation shall never rise again." He turned his void-like gaze to the 10th power shard, the one the archivist had managed to snatch. With a vicious swing of an invisible blade, he struck the archivist down. The ancient scroll plummeted, his parchment body singed and smoking, but the shard had not fallen. Upon impact, seeking refuge, it had embedded itself, merging and locking tight deep within the archivist's intricate, ancient folds. With a cold sneer, the shredder dissolved back into the rift. The great collapse had begun. Bereft of its heart, the Kronos lighthouse began to buckle. Far below in the city, intricate folds unraveled, the vibrant time paper began to decay, draining of all color, turning to gray dust. "He succeeded," the archivist rasped, his voice heavy with despair. "The world is coming undone, the creative energy is fading." He paused, falling abruptly silent. His gaze fell upon Cool Cat, trembling as he rose from the debris. "Wait, your energy," the archivist exclaimed. Cool Cat stared at his own palms. His raw creative charge was still there, flaring fiercely, a brilliant jade-green flame, completely untouched. It is primordial, the archivist realized, his voice rising in wonder. Your power is not tethered to the Foundation Heart. Cool Cat, you are our last hope. Only you can enter those 9 dead zones and liberate the power shards, and only you, he glanced down at his own sealed form, can unlock the final shard from me. Cool Cat cast his gaze downward toward the solitary path winding out of the ruins. It had been twisted by destructive energy, warped into a nightmare of jagged, illogical folds, the crumbled path. Your mission, the archivist declared, his voice grave, has just begun.